You might find yourself asking, is my stressful job getting in the way of me getting pregnant? Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and wondering if quitting your job could be the solution. But here's the real question. Should you actually quit your job to improve your chances of conceiving? Or is there a better way to handle stress and keep moving forward? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to break down exactly whether quitting your job is the right move, or if there are other strategies you can use to reduce stress so you know what is the right decision for you. Stress can impact your fertility in many different ways, emotionally, mentally, physically. We know this. It can mess with your head, mess with your heart and your feelings, your hormones, disrupt your cycles, and can affect ovulation in some. I've had clients who had a direct correlation between a stressful job and their cycle. But how much stress is too much, and does quitting your job really make a difference? Stress is a normal part of life. A little pressure can actually help us get things done, meet deadlines, and motivate us to push through. But when stress starts to pile up, when it becomes chronic, it can negatively affect your fertility. The real question is, can you manage that stress in a way that doesn't derail your fertility journey? Let's make this a little more real. I want to share a few personal stories, both mine and some of my clients' experiences, about how stress and careers have affected their fertility. I'll start with my own experience. I had a job that was completely toxic, like I can't even describe how bad it was. And I stayed in it much longer than I should have, thinking I just needed to toughen up. But during that time, I had 4 miscarriages. Now, was the job responsible for this? Not necessarily. But when going through something so tough, it really didn't help my mental health. I should have quit much earlier, but we were relying on the income, right? Life isn't black and white, it gets complicated. Let me tell you about another client I worked with. She was successful, smart, and great at her job, but she hated it. She felt misaligned, but there wasn't anything wrong with the job per se. And after we worked together to help her find a new career path, guess what happened? Suddenly, the current job she was in didn't seem so bad. Why? Because she had an end date. She knew it wasn't permanent, and that gave her the freedom to feel less stressed. Sometimes it's not about quitting, it's about having a choice again and feeling like you're not stuck. Another client of mine was working on short-term contracts, and the stress from the job was making her menstrual cycles go haywire. She decided to quit her contract early and take time off. Now, she had the finances to take the time, but instead she got herself a low-pressure job behind a bar. She came back feeling like a completely different person. She wasn't under pressure anymore, and she could breathe again, and her cycles regulated as well. Now, here's the key question. How do you know if quitting your job is the right move for you? There's a simple framework I'm going to walk you through to help you figure this out, but it also depends on your unique situation. Ask yourself these questions. Number 1, do I actually like my job? That's important. Number 2, is the environment toxic or is it just stressful? Number 3, can I manage the stress without quitting or learn how? And number 4, can I afford to quit my job, or would that make things more stressful? I was once on a Zoom call with 2 women, and we were talking about their jobs and stress, and we walked through this framework with them. One loved her job. She was excited by it, and sometimes the deadlines felt a little exciting but stressful. And the other was in a toxic environment and really disliked her job. We were able to walk through this framework and easily show that person 1 should stay in her job, and person 2 had already quit and felt validated on her decision. If you love what you do and the stress is manageable, it's not about quitting, it's about stress management. But if you're in a toxic environment and you're not aligned with your job anymore, then quitting might be the right call, or getting another job entirely. Everything we do in life needs to be about finding balance. Here's what you can do instead to manage the stress without quitting. Start with setting some boundaries at work. Can you reduce your hours or delegate tasks? Can you take breaks during the day to reset and recharge? And once you get home, make sure you're doing activities that actually unwind you, not just masking the stress. I'm talking about things like hypnosis, exercise like yoga or walking, taking a relaxing bath or listening to calming music, or both, and things that actually promote the calming of your nervous system. If you're not giving your body and mind time to truly rest, then stress will keep building. It's about managing your overall well-being, not just pushing through it. To wrap up, should you quit your job? It's not a one-size-fits-all answer. Ask yourself if you like your job, if the environment is right, and if you can manage the stress. If you love what you do, it might be more about changing how you manage that stress. But if you're stuck in a toxic job and there isn't financial pressure to stay, quitting might be the best choice for you and your fertility. But remember, it does give you more time to think about things, and on the fertility journey, that's not always the best answer either. Remember, it's about finding balance, balancing your career, your health, and your fertility journey and financial needs. The goal is to feel empowered, not just to survive, but to thrive in every area of your life. If this video resonated with you, or if you've had similar experiences, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips and advice on your fertility journey. I'll catch you in the next video.